Why is it important to look at how schools have changed? Kids are the future of America, and most parents do not like how the schools have changed because of the pandemic. We need to know how they have changed so that they can return to normal eventually. We also need to know how they have changed so that if we ever have a pandemic again like this one, we can just implement the changes that work this time in helping protect students in classrooms. What changes did high schools have to implement? Every high school in the state of Indiana had to change some part of their normal school routine to make sure that they conformed to the governor's mandates and protected students as much as possible. All students had to shut down or go fully online when the pandemic first began, which led to many problems for students and staff. They all had to reduce the amount of students that could be in a classroom and space out desks so that they were always 6 feet apart before students could return to classrooms in person. All schools had to have a mask as mandated by the order of Governor. Troubles of online learning. When students were forced to start doing school online, they had major troubles with things like internet connection, learning how to use Zoom and other online features, and a lack of student engagement. Internet connection issues have caused much more stress on students than is needed for young people trying to learn new things in school. School teachers and administrators immediately noticed the problems with online class, and some schools have announced places that parents can take their kids throughout the day to be able to get free internet access so that they can do their assignments. How were schools able to reopen? While some schools in Indiana remained online for the fall 2020 semester, most schools were having kids back in classrooms and trying to keep them socially distanced so that nobody contracted the virus. I read several reports online of schools across Indiana finding success in having students come to school on alternating schedules. Half the kids would come on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the other half would come on Tuesday and Thursday. This provided more social distancing than what would normally be expected, and then the next week they would switch so that nobody had to go to school more often than the other half of the class. All schools had to follow how these changes have impacted students. The impact that students have experienced due to the pandemic is quite troubling. Most students surveyed by an online source responded that when they went online for school, the amount of time required to do the classes and the homework increased dramatically, leading to increased stress levels on students. Many students reported that the time they spend on schoolwork and online classes are almost double the normal amount as in-person class. While I may not be in high school anymore, I can confirm that in college I had the same thing happen to me with the amount of time spent on schoolwork, so it doesn't surprise me at all that this has happened in the high schools also. Hope for the future. There is hope for the future semester of fall 2021 as being one where most schools will hopefully be able to return to normal in-person classes. With all the new vaccines coming out and becoming widely available, all students and staff will hopefully be fully vaccinated by then, allowing for students to feel safe in the classroom. This will hopefully lead to student stress levels decreasing or returning to pre-pandemic levels, providing them with the ability and free mind to learn more in school than what they were in online classes.